Madan Lalji, this point that Shekhar made, I mean, there is a lot of talent there in the Under-19 World Cup. And what are the bright sparks that you saw? What are the positives from the game yesterday when you watched it that you saw?
Well, positive, I think, there is quite a few youngsters who have done very, very well. And I think they might play for the country, but they need experience.
Yes.
You know what? Because at that level, international level is totally different. Under 19, then you graduate to the Ranji Trophy, the League Trophy, then you graduated to international cricket. That's the way you become mentally tough, and you have to be India A tour and all these things. Only the talented player. Only man I'm talking about. Whatever Shekhar Luthra is saying, that is his view, and I believe it's very easy to organize cricket. Like he was talking about Delhi. Once 1 year I was in charge of Delhi. Delhi DDCA, and when some judge was there, and we were the champion, and I made them a number one association in India. So the only thing you can organize is giving the responsibility to the player, to the people, those who are working with you, and give them a lot of confidence. If they're doing something wrong, then you can get it and tell them, look, this is not right. But someone has to tell them. But yesterday match, look at the match they approach, like Nepal or Sri Lanka and other things. Their approach, Indian team approach was different. When they come to Australia, and their approach was totally different. I don't know why, because they were too scared of losing it, and they had a fear. Once the fear comes, the doubts starts, and then you don't win. You have to go all out.
Right, but Madan Lalji, we had the same problem with the final in the World Cup. One-day international World Cup, where we faltered at the final. We won all the matches, and then right in the World Cup final, we gave up. It seems like we came under a lot of pressure, like Aditya was saying, collective pressure, national pressure.
Yeah, see, in 11 players, there is hardly 1 or 2, 3 players is a very, very mentally strong. Rest of them, it's not that good, that mentally tough, which the 3 or 4. Then what happened then? If your main batsman gets out, then it's very difficult to win the game. Look, yesterday, I think Australian, they batted very well. 253 was not a big score. It could have been chased very easily. But we choked because of high pressure, fear of losing it, and all this thing,
Right, Shekhar, we choked because of high pressure, fear of losing, of course. That's what happened to us last year as well. What lessons can we learn from our adversaries? But here's Australia's one anti-choking team. What can they teach us?
I think Madipa nailed it, by saying that when he was in charge, Delhi won the Ranji Trophy. I completely agree. When you have cricketers to organize cricket, to look after the cricket, that is the kind of results you are going to get. But coming back to your question, I was reading a tweet by a Ranji Trophy veteran from Bengal, Manoj Tiwari. He said that we should stop Ranji Trophy. We should not be, because nobody is getting selected from the Ranji Trophy, and this is the time a prestigious tournament like should be stopped and should not be kind of disrespect na di jaye. So the point is simple. You talk about choking, you talk about the pressure, but the point is who is creating pressure? Because all these non-cricketers, all these administrators, politicians who are putting a lot of pressure that, hotel room rent has gone to 1 lakh rupee, even the hospital rooms have been booked. There are this flight ticket is being, sold for this much. So that pressure comes directly to the players, whether you read newspaper or not, but because of the social media. Earlier days during the Madan Lal type days, they used to not, look into the newspaper or watch the television. But right now, the exposure of social media is so much that it gets you affected, you know. And when your prime minister, when your top politicians, when some other prime minister is also attending and when you have 1 lakh of people, watching that World Cup final, obviously that pressure gets into you. So, I mean, there are problems, and then the technique part also.
Right.
Because we are selecting most of our players from T20, we
Yeah.
are not giving them enough exposure for longer format. Then
Right.
obviously your technique also comes into
Technique,
play.
yeah.
Your technique, you are always seen there, somewhere, getting distracted by big bowling or
Right.
maybe some good bowling by the opponents, and your technique is exposed completely.
Absolutely. And last question to Madan Lal ji. Sorry, you want to say something?
I think, the people, the youngsters are distracted by 25 group.
Right. People are getting...
Because, the players are IPL, they're getting 20, 25 crore, 16 crore, 18 crore, 20 crore. But the thing is that these youngsters doesn't know because they're a young age, tender
Right.
age. So they don't want to play Ranji Trophy. They don't want to do anything.
That's
they
right.
just want to play IPL. That's it.
IPL,
End of the
absolutely.
story.
But Madan Lal ji, what's your advice for the Indian cricket team? T20 matches coming up this year, very crucial tournament. What would be your advice to them? Stay away from, yeah.
No, not stay away, because see, first of all, you have to pick the right team. That
Yeah.
is very, very important. And 2020 cricket is very difficult to predict because
Right.
most of the team in the world they are very strong. And it's a power hitting.
Yes.
Mind you, it's a power. That's where they have to work on. And the bowling, they have a lot of work on the variations.
Yeah.
I've seen, and the boundaries are very small. So all these power hitters, and these are the things they have to work for. And
Right.
at the moment, which I see, we have a good team, but
Yes.
end of the day, you have to produce a result. That's
Right.
where it matters.
Right. Shekhar, last comments from you on this T20 tournament coming up. What should the Indian cricket team be looking at?
I think first and foremost, what Paji has also said, we have to pick the right players.
Right.
It should not be like, if you pick one good player, the problem right now with most of the states are, if you pick right people, then you can't, make money. These selectors and all these
Yes.
administrators who have been out to make money, there are so much of corruption going on. Then obviously that particular player, if he's good enough, then he blocks the way for all others. You look at any team in the Ranji Trophy or even in the junior section, you will you'll see that in a season there are about more than 25, 27, 30, 35 kind of players have been given chances to play 4 or 5 games in a season. That means you are not picking the right players. Otherwise, during Madipa or during even till last before the IPL and all, they got started. There used to be a team of 15 or 16 maximum, and unless and until a international player is coming back and playing, the Ranji Trophy. Otherwise, the team used to be the same. They used to win. They used to, play together like a team. Right now, you don't have any guarantee of any player in any team except for Mumbai, and that is why only Mumbai is producing results. Rest all have been, completely struggling.
Yes. Thank you very much. Yes, Madan
One
Lal ji, closing comments from you. Let's hear
I
you.
think BCCI should only give the association the money if they do well. Otherwise, they said, okay, sorry.
Right.
We'll not pay you.
That's an excellent suggestion. Yes. Money makes the mayor go. You don't get any money unless you perform.
If the association doesn't do well in cricket, I'm talking about only cricket, administration, everything, which is connected to the cricket,
Right.
They should say, sorry, we'll not give you money.
Absolutely. Performance-linked incentives.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Finances,
I agree with you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Gentlemen. We're totally
you.
out of time. Madan Lal ji, thank you for joining us. Shekhar, great speaking with you as always. My colleague Aditya Raj Kaul. News continues on the News9 Plus Show. Thanks for watching.
Streaming on News9 Plus. News is now content. Subscribe and get free vouchers.